And how is that learning process going for you? I saw that you're also learning Mandarin, right?
Yeah, I have a particular teacher online. She's in Shanghai. Um, and it's pretty good, pretty good. The process has been pretty good. Uh, like stopping it and taking it again. Like it's this process. But overall, I'm proud of the process of being in the Chinese learning for sure.
Hmm.
I
And
like it.
how is it where you live? Like, are you able to speak English with people around there, or do you have to speak
No,
Chinese every day, or
no
Mandarin, I should say?
way.
Yeah.
No way. I have to speak Mandarin. I have to speak So the thing about China is that no one speak English actually, especially in this like remote. Well, it's not remote where I live, but it's not like the main city. So people people doesn't really speak English here.
Mm. Well, that's a good
It's
opportunity to practice. You have to speak.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it. But I think it is because of course it's because an education thing. So I work in the hotel, and sometimes a lot of kids approach to me, and they actually speak in English because there's a you know that China has changed a lot in the last 40 years. So it's not the same. The education is not the same as 30 or even 20 years ago. So now you can find more and more kids speaking in English because the education is better, as it is the economy, as it is the safety here. Uh, so yeah, I think Chinese people in a couple years, like you can find more and more people speaking English for sure.
But that's for your day-to-day life right now. That's not the reality. So you're speaking a lot of Mandarin. What's your level like right now?
I'm in HSK3 right now. I'm studying HSK3. So there are six. I
Okay.
mean, I'm studying HSK3 right now.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
that's what is that? Is that like intermediate, 3 out of 6, or is that more
it's
advanced?
it's low intermediate.
Okay.
It's low intermediate. So
What
yeah.
would you say like the hardest part of learning Mandarin is?
Mm,
Is it
I
a
know
difficult
for
language to learn?
I would say the most difficult thing about Mandarin is the written Mandarin. Like because it's like two languages. Like what you speak it doesn't it's not related with what you see. It's not like Spanish, for example. In Spanish you have like the vowels, the A, B, C, D, and they always like you see the A and you pronounce the A, and every time you see the A it's B, like I so
ABCs.
yeah, like yeah. So it's very simple. It's very easy to just read and speak. It doesn't happen with Mandarin. So you have to learn by memory the characters, and there are thousands of characters. And there's no like relationship between what you speak and what you see. There's actually a lot of characters that has the same pronunciation. So like even they are totally different, the character, the speaking is the same. So yeah, it's crazy. And in the speaking part, I would say for people it's very hard to get used to the phonemas, to the sounds of Chinese. I
Mm-hmm.
have to
The,
say
the
that for
the
me it was
phonetics.
it was
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the phonetics. For me it was way easier because I'm a musician, so I really pay attention to how it sounds, and for me it's really
Mm-hmm.
easy to catch it. For me it's really easy to catch the sound and reply, like to copy, and for me it's a copy paste. For me it's
Mm-hmm.
very easy to, okay, I hear and I speak like what I hear. It's very easy. It's very
Yeah, a
easy.
lot of people make that comparison between like the musical part of your mind and the linguistic part of your mind. And
Yeah.
especially when you're talking about tonal languages like, Mandarin, like Cantonese, Thai, Vietnamese, there is a musical element to that. you know, because there's all these different tones, the rising tone, the falling tone, Mandarin has what, four tones, is it?
Yeah, four tones. There's a neutral tone, and it would be the fifth tone, but yeah,
Okay.
it's four tones. Yeah.
Because from the English perspective, I mean the Spanish perspective as well. I mean we don't have tones, right? And
Right.
I'm not a musical person at all, and so the idea of learning languages that have these tones is intimidating to me. I took one semester of Mandarin Chinese when I was still studying at the university, and it was challenging. Like it was really hard, and I thought it would be easier than it was. I thought it would be more related to like just regular pronunciation or accent. I had some experience with other languages at that point, so I thought it would be straightforward. But no, it was really hard, and the way that the class was taught was also like it was pretty strict. Like you know how Chinese people, I think, internationally kind of have a reputation of being like very studious people, like very hardworking people. And that's how our teacher ran this class. Like she would teach us words today, and then tomorrow there'd be a test on them. And from like the Canadian perspective, it's like, well, we didn't have time to learn it. But it seemed like, at least from her perspective, it was like, hey, you had 24 hours. You know, like that's more than enough. Hit the books.
Yeah.
And so that was hard. That was a hard aspect as well. It was like, there was high expectations. And so that was like years ago. And now I basically can't speak any Mandarin. I forgot it all. But yeah, so like how many languages do you speak in total then? Because you speak English, Spanish, Mandarin.
No, only those three of them.
Okay,
Only Mandarin is English, and I couldn't speak. I wasn't able to speak English actually when I arrived China. Like for me, it was yeah. Like I knew English, like I could speak a little bit, but it's like when you have this block in your mind, like you can speak and you can understand certain things, but please don't speak too fast because I don't understand you. And so when I just arrived, for me it was like, man, I have to learn English. Like you don't have Mandarin here in China, you don't know Mandarin, and if you don't know English, you're gonna be, like
yeah. Well, so
lost.
you were learning two languages at the same time then. That's crazy.
Not really. I really focused on learning English the first 6 months I arrived here. I was really into reading books, hearing podcasts, watching videos in English. I learned with a YouTube channel called Learn English with TV series, and
Okay.
they would use like friends episodes, and they would like explain the slangs and explain the expressions and say, hey, look, so this is how you pronounce this word and this is how you use it in this context. And it was very dynamic, like it was very entertaining to learn English in that way. I found it like very convenient, and I would study English like 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours a day. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you learned it really quick because you've only been there not even 2 years, and now you speak English super well. I mean, you were listening to podcasts before, and now you're on a podcast in English, so that's pretty
Yeah.
quick.
And also I use it a lot. Like I have friends from the United States here, like,
Huh.
and every foreigner here is speaking English, so you have to get
Right.
used to it. Like you have no other options.
Sure. I mean, I understand that English is kind of the global language now. You know, internationally, a lot of
Yeah.
people use English to communicate with each other. It's like the lingua franca of the world in a lot of ways. But it does still feel kind of strange that you went to China and learned English. Like
Yeah.
that sounds like kind of unusual. Was there a reason that you decided to start with English instead of getting right into Mandarin?
Because I thought that Mandarin would be way difficult, and this is very important. when I try to translate in my phone from Spanish to Chinese, there would be a lot of mistakes. Not the same if I translate from English to Mandarin, you know?
Ah,
So
interesting. Mhm.
yeah. So I found that if I want to communicate well with Chinese people, even through a translator, I have to learn English because I have to, like type the right phrase in the translator, so then the translator can make a good translation to the Chinese people. And also, I had this goal of learning English. Like for me, it was more important to learn English than learning Mandarin. At the same time, I knew that there would be a lot of content about learning Mandarin in English, more than learning Mandarin from Spanish. So actually, the lessons I'm taking now with with my Mandarin teacher, we are taking it in English actually. So for me, learning English was a must, and it's like it was the core of everything. Like if you want to learn another language, and also it's like uh, learning Mandarin after learning English. Let me it led me a lot of like experience of how can I learn a new language. I didn't struggle too much with learning English actually. So I found like different methods to really get into the English and pronunciation and how to improve. So I found that I thought it would be just easier if I start with English and then I learn a lot of the learning process actually, and then take that tools to the learning process of Mandarin.